Hi YouTubers again, it's Jan with featheredimpressions.blogspot.com. Gonna make this short and sweet. I'm about out of the way to talk for the evening. This jaw of mine. This is just a real quick Father's Day album that we did. There's a lot of metal on this album. It's pretty small. It's about a 5.5 or 6 inch album by 4. And it was just something we whipped up for a class pretty quick. Caught it a couple of times. Not going to do this class over again, but I'll probably do a tutorial on this album. These have just got a little metal frame on it that I popped up. This is Tim's, of course, and I did some leaf cuts that I got with a die. This is metal. It's just a little, I think this is Recollections. I think this might be Recollections or Making Memories. These are those clocks that Michael's had for a long time. And then we just did a flower that's kind of similar to the one I did on the other album, and we just layered it. It's got a whole bunch of little layers in it. Then we just put some black stamens in it. This is Tim's die in the back. We did that with heavy cardstock and then covered that with paper, and as well as this. It's just a kind of a little pocket that I've got a new die, and then I put some black and white flourish paper on it. This paper is green. It's real pretty. It's green and black, and it's got keys all over it. And then this is just a little, I think this is Recollections or Making Memories, and it's just a little frame that we didn't put anything in. We just layered. This is the first page. Whoops, I'm coming undone. And I had these little tags that went in a pocket. We did 3 little distressing buttons here, put on one of Tim's little things here, and I actually had a little charm here that I gave another girl that wanted to do another book. This is just one of the pockets. Has a little tag that comes in and out of it. And it fits a pretty good sized picture on it. And again, there's that paper. It's just done in the black and whites. We lined all of our pockets and just cut them in a half circle like everybody else does, just so it makes it a little bit more finished. And then these are some new stamps I hadn't had for very long, and I love them. I loved a hot air balloon. So they're just kind of an old-fashioned vintage air balloon. Did some striped yellow paper here, just did some to match here, did a little date tab there. And where these are all glossy accented, so they stick out just a little bit, gives them a little bit more dimension. So when you get those, they just fit right into that little pocket that needs to be glued again. Sorry about that. These go through heck with classes. This is the same thing. Just did a little half page, put a gold key here. Just did some little sticker flourishes that I had. I have no idea where I got these, but I bought a bunch of them for classes. Did a little twine up here and a little bow. So when you flip this over, there of course is the paper that matches on this side, matches this border. And I did some green paper here, and then just did Tim's stamp. And what we did is we went in and we cut 3 or 4 different kinds of wings on these little butterflies, and then we did a whole bunch of glossy accents on them, so they really actually stick up. Each one of these has little wings, you know, the frontwards, the forward wings that stick up on them, and it came out cute. I've used that stamp a few times in albums. I really like it. And then this is just the next page. It says Through the Years right here. It's got an hourglass here. This flips up. It's got an enclosure with a magnet. And again, I stamped it with another hot air balloon, put some stickles up here on it, and then did this little tiny bit of embellishment up here. It says Remember. This is the same paper that was on the back of that one balloon tag. These all came from the paper line, and a little embellishment. These are little glasses, and when we cut these out, see if I can get this turned to where you can see it. We put glossy accents, there you go, on the lenses, so it looks like it actually has a little lens in it. Then this pulls out. And it's a postcard stamp. It's got a little clock on the back of it. And then this is just that paper that I used in the other album that's got the black and the cream dot on it. And that just folds down, whoops, sorry, with a magnet finish. And this we just popped up. This says Bookmark. This is just another one of those same flowers that we did on the front, except it's just smaller. And then this is just a little metal heart that's down here with some little flowers and flourishes on it with a little black tag on it, so this just flips up. Very simple album. These I'm not sure where I got. I wish I could say they were Graphic 45. I'm not sure, but we just did a little pocket out of that same thing. Just did heavy chipboard so we could fit that in, and then these all come out. And you know, just did this. It's Whimsical Words, and did this on the paper, so you put a big photo there. And then these are just the same thing. It's just a button and a button for a little pull out on it, and just did the same things. Just put some little stamps on the back of them. This is out of Tim's die, and it's just stamped paper. And you can put a photo on the back of that. It's a reverse. And then this paper I love. It's golds and yellows and blacks, and it's very, very pretty paper. And then just did the same thing. Just did some little gear stamping on the back of here with some little floral paper that's tan that goes with the collection. So those just all fit into that little pocket and that holds. Then this is another little half page I did. We took some yarn, and this is, I think this is a coin envelope cut up. It says Together Memories. And then we had some little clocks that were metal, so we put those down here, adhered that to the fibers, and then just tied this, put a little embellishment here, and then did the same thing, just put a little booklet in here, and this is out of the collection. Did some black cardstock with some little flourish punches on the end. And then this one's clear inside, so you can put whatever you want to put on these, and then on the back we've got another little embellishment here. So that just kind of snugs up and fits into that little pocket and stays pretty snug right there. You turn it over, there's that green paper that we've used before. We dated it down below with 2013, and we put a corner punch on this that I hadn't had for very long, so we just did a circle out of this so we could cut a circle photo and put in there. This is the other page. It's got a little flip on it that's a black, excuse me, that's a black pop top. We put some little striped paper into there. I cut this so it was on Tim's die, and then we just put this paper on it. There's another piece of that little flourish sticker that we use, so you can put a good size photo on here. It says Keys to the Past, came with the collection. And then Blended Acres and I, quite a while ago, we also ordered some of these little, actually they're not little, this is probably nearly 2.5 inches to 3 inches long. It's really heavy metal, and we ordered these, and they're dragonflies, and when you flip this over, this is actually the reverse size. When you flip this over, you can put gems in his wings and in his body, but I just opted to do it on this side. I liked him better. And this is just a little tag that fits in there. If I can get it out. It's just got the little memorabilia on it, and then I've just got a little stamping on the back of it that you could journal on. It just sits right in that wing. You can put a photo back here if you wanted to. And then this is the same thing, just another pocket. It's got 3 photo mats in it. You can actually get about 6 photo mats in this pocket. Did a little bingo tag. Did some little stamping on the back of it. There's that paper again that I used in the other album. That was the domino paper. And there's the green paper that's on the front of the album. And then this one's just a gear paper. I have Cherish up here in the little date tab. And then I did some stamping on this as well. It says Time. Just layered some papers here. There's the paper on the back on the tab, and then just did some stamping with a little stamp that I have there. So actually when we did this, I had girls that took and put 3 or 4 more of these in the pocket, and they worked out real good because my pockets are pretty heavy and you can get quite a bit into them. And this is the last page. It's got a little mulberry flower down here, and it's got another little corner with the black and polka dot paper on it. These little guys come out, and what we did is we glossy accented these, where we had this as the memorabilia that was on the page. This is not anything that's been stamped. And then on the back we just did the same thing, just put a cream colored paper on it, and then just put a little stamp, did a little corner clip on this one just to make it different. They fit right real snug into that pocket. And this is actually a photo mat that came out. This goes with the paper line. This was already on the paper, and then I did the same thing on the back just for the record, and we just added some papers that we had left over from the other class. So it all kind of blended together. It's funny because this has some aqua in it, but it's got more rusts, and it's got more blacks and creams and greens in it than the other one did, but I still used some of those papers that were in that other album because I liked it so much. And same thing here, just back this with the paper. I think this is G45 paper. Did the same thing here, just coordinated all the papers together like everybody else does. And then just put Treasure Time Always, put one of the matte stacks back here from one of the dies, and then just layered all this paper up that we had some extras for. So it's very simple. We did it in about 3.5 hours. It was a fun class. It's a heavy album because, and I'm sorry it's got silver rings on it. I haven't replaced my rings with the gold ones yet. But it was a real fun class. It was a real quick class to do. And we just had a real good time at it. It's got a lot of metal in it, and it's got a lot of little flippers in it. It's not a lot, but it's got enough that you can have fun with it and put a lot into it. And it was just a real fun little Father's Day class. I taught this in June, and so it worked out really well at the very 1st of June, and everybody really seemed to like it. So you could do it for something else if you wanted to, but it was kind of masculine and had masculine colors in it. Anyway, my voice is gone. My jaw hurts, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. And Let me know what you think in the comments. Hope you guys have all had a good week. Hope you'll have the next good week, and I'll see you soon.